Yeah, my name is Rob Bell and I'm a co-founder of the History Troupe.
And my name is Cass Patton and I am actor and director with the History Troupe.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that really fascinates me about the Assemble Fest idea is just how much it's changed down through the years. I started coming to Newland Avenue as a paperboy, and that then led to many moons later to writing a book of poems called Sharp Street, which is all about the street shrine, which is just around the corner from here. And so in a sense, the connection with Newland Avenue in particular goes back a long way. And Cass was also a student in these areas.
Yeah, I lived on Grafton Street. So again, I'm very close to it and very fond of the memorial that started it all off.
What happened was that the History Troupe was really founded as an extension to the book of poems called Sharp Street, because we did a set of performances which combined the spoken word with music and images from the First World War, which in fact has done rather well. Last November we played to something like 1,000 people in 5 venues across the city. Assemble Fest takes place on the 3rd of May, and that's a very important day for people in Hull, or should be, because on the 3rd of May 1917, the Hull Pals attacked a place called Oppy Wood, and this was probably about 20 kilometres out of Arras in the Flanders area. And very sadly, 2,000 Hull Pals were killed in a matter of 2-3 hours. What we've done in the piece, which is called Oppy Wood, and which takes place on the 3rd of May, is really to explore this, not so much from the Western Front and the trenches, but really the shrapnel and the fractured nature of what happened after the war.
Obviously, you say goodbye to your son, who is one person when he goes, and you don't see him for 4 years, and you hear all the horrible things that were going on, and every day you're expecting a telegram, knock on the door, and then the war ends. You're very relieved because you're getting your son back, and when he does come back, he's just not there. He is, to all intents and purposes, a totally different person, very deeply within himself and damaged and wrong. And it's this thing of how do you cope? And it also, of course, has modern day relevance, because this is the experience of a lot of guys who come back from being subjected to that kind of thing, and it's exactly the same for them, because they've had an experience that only the people that they've shared it with can understand.
It sounds bleak, but I think it's a very poignant day that Assemble Fest is on the 3rd of May.
Yes.
It happens to be very close to the centenary of the worst day in Hull's history in terms of conflict. And I think it is something that we were very keen to explore what that day actually means for people today.